There's a prison most people never escape. It has no bars, no guards, no walls you can touch. And yet, 78% of Americans live inside it, paycheck to paycheck, month after month, year after year. But here's what they don't tell you. 4,000 years ago, in the dust and heat of ancient Babylon, they figured out something we've somehow forgotten. This is beyond the pages, and today, we're breaking out. Let me paint you a picture of America. In 2025, the average household carries over $37,000 in debt, not including mortgages, credit cards, car loans, student loans, medical bills, a mountain that grows faster than most people can climb it. 64% of Americans couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency without going deeper into debt. Just one broken transmission, one hospital visit, one unexpected expense, and their whole life collapses like a fragile house of cards. But here's the question nobody's asking. Why? Why in the richest country in human history are so many people still trapped? Is it wages? The economy? Bad luck? Or is it something deeper? The answer was written down 4,000 years ago, in Babylon, the wealthiest civilization of the ancient world, and what they knew, what they practiced, what they taught, we have buried under a mountain of credit card statements and car payments. Today, we dig it back up, because the trap isn't what you think it is, and neither is the way out. Let's talk about Michael. 32 years old, college degree, good job, $65,000 a year. Comfortable, right? Michael drives a $35,000 SUV, financed, of course. Everyone does. $600 a month. But I deserve it, he tells himself. His apartment? $1,900 a month. Good location, good lifestyle. He's paying for the life he believes he earned. Nights out with friends, streaming subscriptions, the latest iPhone, on a payment plan, clothes for success, a vacation he put on a credit card because he needed a break. And every month, like clockwork, his paycheck arrives and disappears, gone before he can even think about saving. There's always next month, he says. There's always next year. After the promotion, after something gets paid off, something. Michael isn't broke because he doesn't earn enough. No, he's broke because he's been programmed, trained, conditioned to believe something that isn't true. The trap isn't your salary. It's not your job. It's not even bad luck. The trap is the belief that your money is meant to be spent, that wealth is something you show, not something you build, that you work to afford a lifestyle instead of working to create freedom. In Babylon, they understood something we've forgotten. They didn't admire the man with the finest chariot. They admired the man who owned the chariots, the man whose gold made more gold. So what did they know that we don't? George S. Clausen wrote The Richest Man in Babylon in 1926, but the wisdom he shared came from actual clay tablets, actual records, actual practices from one of the richest civilizations in history. And at the center was Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. His friends asked him, "How did you become wealthy? We grew up the same, learned the same, yet you prospered, and we struggle." Arkad told them something that changed everything. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. Sounds obvious, doesn't it? But think about it. Really think about it. When you get paid, where does the money go first? Rent, car payments, utilities, food, debt. Everyone gets paid before you do. The landlord, the bank, the grocery store, the credit card company. And you get whatever is left over. which is usually nothing. Arcad said no. 10% of everything you earn is yours. Not later, not if something is left. Yours. First. The Babylonians built entire fortunes on this one principle. 10%. Automatically. Non-negotiable. Sacred. Because here's the truth. The person who saves 10% of $40,000 a year and invests it retires a millionaire. The person who spends everything retires with nothing. Same years, different choices. But Babylonians didn't just save. They understood something even stronger. Put your gold to work. Make it your slave. Let it bring you more gold. They invested in caravans, in land, in businesses, in anything that multiplied their gold. They didn't buy things to impress neighbors. They bought things that grow. Wealthy people don't work for money. They make money work for them. Seek advice from those who are competent through their own experience. In Babylon, you didn't ask a brickmaker about jewels. You didn't ask a soldier about grain. Today, people take financial advice from TikTok, from coworkers, just as broke, from influencers whose wealth comes from selling you the dream. Babylonians sought wisdom from people with real results, because wealth has patterns, principles, rules, and those who know them can help you avoid traps. The first sound principle of investment is security for your principal. Don't lose money. How many people have lost everything chasing hype? Crypto they didn't understand. Stocks their buddy told them were guaranteed. Babylonians preferred slow growth over exciting promises, because you know what's better than a 50% gain? Not losing 50%. So if the wisdom is ancient and still works, why are 78% of Americans still broke? Because we've been infected with something Babylon never faced. The consumption industrial complex. 2,500 marketing messages every single day, telling you you're not enough, your car isn't enough, your house is too small, your phone is outdated. And social media? It's comparison cocaine. You see the vacations, the cars, the watches, the luxury. But what you don't see is the debt, the stress, the empty savings, the panic of one emergency away from collapse. We live in a culture that profits from your insecurity, that requires you to stay broke, that needs you to spend money you don't have on things you don't need to impress people you don't even like. Babylon had none of this. No algorithms, no credit cards, no pressure to live above your means. So you work harder, earn more, and somehow end up with less. Every raise becomes a new car payment. Every promotion becomes a bigger apartment. Every bonus, already gone. This is the trap. And it's invisible because everyone else is in it too. But here's the part they never tell you. You can walk out anytime you want. The door was never locked. You just have to choose differently. So, let's bring this back to you. Right now, today. You're not in Babylon, you're in America, 2025. With real bills, real pressures, real responsibilities. What do? You start with the truth. Most people can't tell you their debt number, or expenses, or where their money is going. But Babylonians counted everything. Write it down, every dollar. No shame, no judgment. Just truth, because you cannot escape a trap you refuse to see. Start with 10%. Can't do 10, do 5. Can't do 5, do 1. What matters is the habit. Automate it. The moment your paycheck hits, money moves. Because the magic of compounding doesn't require perfection, just consistency. $1,000 at 7% becomes $2,000 in 10 years. 10,000 becomes 20. The Babylonians called it gold multiplying. We call it compound interest. Same principle, different era. You have to become a different person. The car? You need transportation, not prestige. The apartment? You need shelter, not validation. The nights out, the subscriptions, the unnecessary spending. Every dollar you don't use to impress others becomes a dollar buying your freedom. Once you have money saved, make it work. Index funds, retirement accounts, real estate, businesses. Babylonians invested in caravans. You will invest in the S&P 500. The principle hasn't changed. True wealth comes from ownership, from assets, from money that multiplies whether you're working or sleeping. So here we are, back where we started. The trap is real. 78% of Americans are in it. Maybe you are too. You can stay, do nothing, change nothing, hope things get better. Or you can do what Babylonians did 4,000 years ago. Pay yourself first. Make your money multiply. Protect what you build. Learn from those who have succeeded. The principles haven't changed. Human nature hasn't changed. Mathematics hasn't changed. What must change is you. Because the richest man in Babylon wasn't special. He just chose differently. He delayed gratification while everyone else indulged. And 30 years later, he was free while they were still trapped. 30 years from now, where will you be? This is Beyond the Pages, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Where we don't just read the books, we live the lessons. If this changed how you see money, subscribe, share it. And tell me, where are you starting? What's your first step? Next time, we're talking about power, who rises and who falls. Until then, choose freedom, choose differently, choose yourself. I'll see you beyond the pages.